Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Cloud Fable 5. It's just been launched. It's Anthropic most powerful model now public. Everyone is actually talking about this model. It's actually #1 on everything. I'm going to be vibe coding. I'm going to be giving it a very challenging task to see how Cloud Fable is going to perform. As you can see, I saw it here. It's actually showing Fable here that I've included until June 22. I'm actually using like the $20 plan. So I don't actually understand what this means. But when I actually switch to like code or co-work, I don't think the model is available here. Okay, it's available in co-work. Let's check code. In code, it's not available yet in code. Let me use it via co-work. So I'm going to use it via co-work. What I'm going to do is that I actually saw this. There is this tool. It's called Fleet. It's called Fleet by LangChain. It enables you to kind of like build. Fleet by LangChain uses a kind of like React flow, system where I'm going to show you how this looks like. This is how Fleet by LangChain looks like. So it's actually this agent builder, no code platform for creating and managing AI agents. I actually like this kind of stuff, but it's not really available. So I've been looking for something like this. I think this is quite challenging. So I'm going to copy the docs here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give it to Cloud here, co-work. So I'm going to say Fleet by LangChain, kind of React flow system for building and managing agents. I'm just going to kind of like paste the URL for it. I want you to build it. So I'm just going to ask it straight ahead that I want you to build it. I'm going to provide a framework. I want you to build it using AgentScope. AgentScope is another AgentScope by Alibaba. I want it to build this kind of system for me. Let's see how good it is. What did they say about it here? They said the description is that it's for very complex, not complex. It said there's a way they described it that is for tasks that cannot be handled, like very tough tasks per se. Let's see how it's going to perform. Alibaba, let's hit here. We're going to see what it's going to do. It's actually working on it. We are on Fable. Let's see what it's actually doing. It's going to fetch this. While it's doing this, we'll keep this on the background. Look at what it's telling me. It's asking me here whether it's a full stack application. I will say yes. I want it to be full stack. It's asking me which LLM provider am I going to be using. In this case, I'm just going to give it Z.AI. It says Z.AI. I'm going to actually provide the keys of Z.AI to it. I've given it everything it needs here. So I've just given it the Z.AI keys and everything. So it's asking me virtual canvas builder, also agent management, chat and run panel, templates, look, custom tools, upload via Python, and more. I'm just giving it all this. Let's see what it's going to do. So provided all we need. Let's go and look into Fable more. While we wait, let's look at the timeline. In March 2006, they talked about, there was a leak post about Clyde Mythos, Anthropic warned of a cybersecurity leak. In April 2026, a limited launch to trusted cybersecurity partners via Project Gaswing. They were talking about these companies that, if they release Mythos, it's just going to mess up with everything. They are kind of restricting it to some selected people. On May 2026, they talk Anthropic publicly states adequate safeguard don't exist yet. June 9, which is today, we just heard that Fable 5 was released. Safe version with classifiers. Mythos 5 to testing partners. So basically, they are telling us that Fable is kind of like a safe version of Mythos, but Mythos 5 is still being given to the testing partners. This is kind of like the timelines. How the safety gate works here. Fable 5 has the same brain as Mythos, but the classifier sits in front, intercepting dangerous queries. If a user queries Fable, the classifier sits on top to know whether it's safe or sensitive. Then you can get Fable power, or if you're restricted, you kind of fall back to Optus 4.8. So you might be thinking you're using Fable, but at the same time, you have a fallback. Fewer than 5% of section trigger that fallback. So it's not always happening. You will still continue to use it. This is kind of like the architecture of how Fable 5 looks like. Let's see here. What actually triggers this fallback? If, for example, you're trying to hack some kind of vulnerables, you're doing some vulnerability scanning, offensive security queries, you're going to have a problem. If you're working with like some pathogen engineering, gain of function research, this is where kind of like gain of function research is something like you try to create something then to look for the solution kind of. So chemistry, you're working with some chemical weapons and the rest. If you are trying to ask this kind of queries, Fable is going to throw you down to Cloud Optus 4.8 instead of giving you the answers, which is still capable enough, but it saves us from the Mythos class dangers. Fable beats everything. It's leading all tested benchmark across coding, knowledge work, vision, and scientific research. So it's first on agentic coding, first on software engineering, first on vision, and first on science research. Let's look at our section now and see what is actually happening there. Let's see what is happening behind the scene here. It has identified that AgentScope 2.0 was just shipped on May 2026 with a new API. Let's install it in the sandbox and inspect the actual interface rather than rely on docs, which is great. It confirmed AgentScope 1.0 plus endpoint works. We tested it and it's busy just creating the files. We could begin to pop into the files and see what is actually happening here. Look at what it's actually doing. It's creating the React agent from a lot of things are happening out of the box here. Let's see other files as well. It created this flow file. It's a flow executor, turns a React flow graph into a running AgentScope pipeline. We're seeing a lot of things happening here. We can open it in PyCharm as well to see it properly. But I think we will wait till the end. Let's see the requirement.txt. It actually installed FastAPI, Unicom. I think this is all we need for now. I think everything is going great. Let's see. Now it has the templates of POI. You see, it's actually creating some templates here for some agents that will be predefined. This is crazy. Let's wait and see how it actually solves this problem. We're going to go back to our slides and keep looking at what Fable 5 brings to us. As we said, it beats everything hands down and outpaces GPT 5.5, Cloud Optus 4.6, but significant margin in the agentic code outperform even Cloud Mythos on some benchmarks, so which is actually crazy. That means it's moved a little bit an edge since they kind of released Mythos to selected partners to test. Look at what they're actually telling us, that in the real world, that Stripe migrated a 50 million line Ruby code base in a single day with Cloud Fable 5. Anthropic estimate that this could have taken a full engineering team more than 2 months. This is actually crazy. If this claim is to be true, that they could do this, 50 million lines of code, fully Ruby code base migrated in a single day, 2 months of estimated human labor. This is crazy. Oh my God. Let's see what they're saying. Anthropic spent more on warning Michael's class models were too dangerous to release. Now they have they safe. It's safe to release. Let's see what they're saying there. 1,000 hours of external tenses, no universal jailbreak found. UK AI said made early inroads towards a jailbreak in the brief testing window. Anthropic called it acceptable risks. They are like, it's kind of complicated per se, but let's say for them, they believe that what the gateway they build on top of it will actually prevent people from using it for dangerous purposes. There are 2 models now. Basically, we have Cloud Fable 5, which is actually released to the public, but look at how much it costs. This is crazy. Then you have Mythos, which is restricted and cannot be used. For now, we can't touch Mythos, but Fable, we can. So we can Fable with it, but we can't Mythos at all. It's crazy. How to use it? Basically, you're talking about 10 million for input tokens and 50 million output tokens. This is quite crazy. For now, it's actually free till June 22. So we're going to enjoy it, test it, and see how it works. I don't think it will be available for the Pro plan. Maybe, hopefully, it will be available for the Max plan. The key takeaways is that it's the most capable public Anthropic model that beats everything. Let me just use everything. Same brain as Mythos. It is Mythos with a classifier-based safety layer built on top of it. Not bulletproof per se, but it's affordable. That's all I have to say for now. And same power, different gate. This is all I have to say about it. I'm actually waiting. It looks like everything is being crossed. Now it's actually testing things end to end. Look at the UI file here. You could see how it has written the code, kind of like this is the app.get for templates. It didn't actually wire in a database, so I expected it to do that, but I won't blame it because I didn't actually tell it that I needed a database. Let's see what it did. You see AgentFleet, a fleet-based agent builder on AgentScope. Let's see what it's actually saying here. It has delete endpoint, it has chatting, it has flowing, your typical FastAPI endpoints. It's actually serving the whole front end as an index.html. Let's actually see what crazily is in that index. It's serving the entire React application, which is actually crazy. Let's see what happens when this loads. Maybe because it's a React application, maybe we can't really see. Let's see, remove from code view and see what is actually here out of the box. It's actually putting like some stuffs here. It didn't actually create like a Vibe-based application. It just basically passing in some CDN here at the top and just building something out of it. Let's see exactly what will this be. So it's actually creating a React component here and attaching it to this app. There is a component called app that is rendering. This crazy. Let's see what happens now. It says it's available here for testing. Let's open it and see. For now, I didn't see anything. It's kind of like blank. Let's go back to it and see. End-to-end testing was okay. 5 tabs agent code. According to it, everything works. Let's see. So then let me just tell it to start the application and see what happens. So let's just tell it to start the application and let's see what it brings up. The state is smart. I don't even expect it to give me any issue per se because it's too smart. So it's actually asking me to run this on the terminal. It should just run it for me. So it called it AgentFleet. Let's see. It's telling me 2-step in the terminal. So the terminal commands for me. I don't want to run the terminal commands. Run the terminal commands for me. So it's thinking. Fable 5 is thinking. Oh my God. Oh, it was crying. It said, I can't type into terminal on your Mac desktop. Control deliberately block keyboard input into terminal for safety. But I can do the next best thing. Oh, they did the next best thing. Now I can, let's see what the next best thing is. We show in folder. Oh, let's see. Oh, now I can see it here in the folder. Let me show you guys. This is how it looks like here. I'm just going to take it like this is how to start the commands. I'm going to open this on, let's say, some editor. This is what it was able to create. Just to save you time, I was able to. These are some of the templates. We see the templates here. You could use any of this template. These are the tools. You could see many tools here out of the box. This is the agent. Let's create a new agent. And then we could select some tools that we want to execute Python code. And then you could select your agent. I think, let's see what happens here. So we're just going to call this one's good. And then we're just going to say here, you extract news about Z.AI. Something here, just demo agent here. We just see, I'm just not concerned about what it does. It execute Python code, execute shell code, view text, insert text file, get weather. This one was like the maximum number of iterations. We save the agent and look at our default agent here. Now when we want to chat, we can chat with this agent. So you can see now we have good here. Let's just say hello, hello good, and see what happens out of the box. And you see agent is thinking. I didn't even expect it to work. You see, hello, how can I help you today? Let's see the canvas. You see here, this is actually very nice. See here, you have like your input. You could create a new flow completely. You name the flow and then you could run the flow. This is like really, really nice. Input is draggable. You could configure input. And then I think you should be able to also delete this. It deletes, connect the input, you could link it to another node. You could have like an output node and then you could be able to build your agents. This is just, it's actually good because for it to be able to do this just by first try, it means it will be able to do much, much better if I actually give it a clear set of requirements and actually ask it to build my agent for me. Please try and subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. I'll keep them coming. Cheers.